I don't even know what number of podcast this is. 123?
I don't know if you should say it. Just like
People figure it out.
right. When you do the editing, you figure it out. Then put it across.
A little disclaimer in the. This is episode 123.
I think.
All right, this is the Can We Talk podcast 123. I have a special guest back in the building. I don't really think we need to introduce you. You've done like 17 of these at this point. Let's get right into it. How was your Thanksgiving?
Ooh, I had a good Thanksgiving. I ate so much. Like, can you say big bag? That was me. I ate so many plates, and then I took you know how they have those memes where they have the people taking all the plates home?
Mm-hmm.
That was me too. Absolutely. I sure was. I was making me plates as I was eating. Yeah.
What is your typical like Thanksgiving dinner like? Like, what do you guys eat?
Well, because
I know you're Filipino.
Yeah, I was gonna
right?
say because my family is from the Philippines. Like, we always have Filipino food too. So like we have lumpia, which is like a Filipino egg roll.
Mm-hmm.
We have pancit, which is Filipino noodles. It's like, you know, Filipino take on lo mein kind of. Mm-hmm. We have brisket. We have a whole bunch of stuff. We don't do turkey unless it's deep fried or on a pit smoked. I don't know how people eat turkey. Turkey's so damn dry.
Tell me about it.
Did y'all have turkey?
Yes, we have turkey every year.
That's crazy.
Every year.
Y'all had turkey.
Every year. But my mom's pretty good at like making sure it's not the driest in the world.
Oh, she basted and all that.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's her shit. Like, when it comes to Thanksgiving, like that's her moment.
Yeah. That turkey let her shine. Because people can fuck up a turkey.
Facts. People can fuck up a household deep frying fucking turkey.
Oh my!
Burn the whole house down.
I don't even think you're supposed to I don't really think you're supposed to do deep fry a turkey inside. Like,
you're not.
Okay, because I'm like, I kept seeing people have little setups. And I'm like, well, this should not be set up in your kitchen. Like, I could have thought you're supposed to be like in your driveway.
You should not be deep frying
a
turkey
covered.
Indoors.
Yes, it should not be in a covered area.
It's the same thing as like grilling indoors. Like, you shouldn't have a grill in your home, like inside the house.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did just buy a Ninja indoor like smokeless grill and griddle. I cannot wait. I can't wait to hear that. What else did y'all have?
So we do the typical Thanksgiving dinner. Like, nothing changes. Like, it's my whole life. So allegedly, turkey. I don't even remember. Turkey, greens, macaroni. I don't remember
yams. Did y'all have yams? Y'all eat
yams? No yams. No yams. But
do y'all not
stuffing. We've had yams in the past. It just didn't happen this time, I guess. I don't know.
You cannot have macaroni, no yam. Macaroni and greens and no yams for Thanksgiving? That's insane. I ain't never heard of that.
We don't do yams like that every year, now that I think about it.
How black are y'all?
Black as fuck. But we did have sweet potato pie. No, we didn't. Did we? I don't know. I don't remember what we had. It feels like it was so long ago. Peach cobbler. Huh? We had both? Okay, yeah, I don't remember. I don't eat sweets.
Guess,
I don't
you
eat
had
sweets.
sweet potato pie, so I guess but god dang, that's crazy. I tore some yams up.
We don't do yams and maybe because it's like too sugary. My parents are a lot older. Maybe we don't do yams because of that. I don't know.
They don't need no diabetes. Because them things, it can be strong. You know, real sweet depending on who made it.
Was it a typical Thanksgiving? Like, as far as like, you guys do have like a thing on Thanksgiving? You go to your mom's house? Do they come to your crib? Like, what do y'all do?
Yeah, we always go. We go to my mom's and we get drunk. Like, when I say drunk, we finished like 4-liter bottles. But it was like a lot of us. Like, it's always a lot of us. So it's always immediate family. So my mom, there's 3 of them. So it's like my mom and her 2 brothers. And so they always come. Then they bring, you know, their kids, my cousins and stuff. And like we be lit. We be in a garage, you know, have a little session if we need to.
Do you have nieces and nephews?
And then,
Do you have nieces and nephews?
I do. I have a lot. Shout out to my sister, all them kids. No, for real. It's 4 of us, but me and her are the only ones with kids. I have 2, but you know, she got a team. She got her steps, and she got the ones she pushed out. So yeah, she pushed out about 4 of them.
About
Let me
4
think.
of them.
Let me say. No, look, okay. Yep, 4. She pushed out 4. But, you know, she has like 4 or 5 stepkids.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Whole gang. Gotcha.
Yeah, they be the whole party whenever we throw a party. Like, we don't need to invite nobody else. Your gang they going to take all the goodie bags.
No, Thanksgiving was cool. Like, since my brother lives here now,
He doesn't have kids, right?
He has 2 kids, my niece and my nephew.
Oh,
so
you're the one no kids.
Yes, facts. He has a stepdaughter and then their son together.
Okay.
So, but they've been living in California this whole time. So this is like the 2nd year that they've been down here. They live in Killeen, so they drive down here.
Why do people keep... Every time I hear Killeen, I cringe.
Same.
It's just like, why do people go...
I have family in Killeen. I don't want to go to Killeen.
I don't understand that. Yeah, no. I tell people, they're like... So the guy I'm dating, he's like, I thought you lived in Killeen. I said, ew. Why would you even associate me with Killeen? Like, what? Do I even give? I don't feel like I give Killeen. Like,
it does. There's a certain thing that gives Killeen.
Yes, they have a certain aura, and I don't give that. I do not give. I'm from no goddamn Killeen. That was so. He was like, "Dang, you're offended." Yes, I'm offended. What the fuck?
I literally
Queen's
always
bad.
said, like, growing up, like, I hope and pray my soulmate isn't born and raised in Killeen, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Please, no thank
For it to
you.
be military based, the crime there is horrible.
It is a very bad city. I don't think people talk about that a lot. Like,
No one ever talks about how bad it really
it's
is.
really bad. Like, okay, I get your rent is $5, but there's gunshots every day.
50 cent if you live by the army.
Like, I understand saving money and you want to make that hour commute to Austin to work, but like, there's violence everywhere.
You're not safe.
It's not a safe space.
I can only imagine how the holidays are there.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I'm cool. Like, the only way to get me to Killeen would have to be something my nephew or niece related. That's the only, like, if she had like a recital or he had a something to, like, where I want to go watch or go there for them. That's the only way I'm going to Killeen. And I have family. My aunt and uncle live in Killeen. Like, I'm cool, man.
You know, I gotta be making some money or somebody gotta take me. Like, I need a ride. Because if you think I'm gonna take my own car and waste my own gas in Killeen, you done lost your goddamn mind.
That's crazy. I remember there was this nigga, like, I have my homeboy Javon. Shout out to Javon. He was like, bro, pull up. I was like, all right, cool. That was back then when I was willingly going to Killeen to hang out. And we go into a house and there's like 30 niggas in there. It's the trap house for real.
I was finna say the trap.
It's the trap house for real. It's a group of 10 niggas playing 2K. Nigga in the back bagging shit. Nothing nigga doing laundry.
Yeah,
like,
that
what
was
is
a halfway
going on
house.
here?
That was a halfway house.
I'm like, and he was like, yeah, they own all 3 of these houses. I'm like, gotcha. This is an operation.
And you just stay in a little part of it, or what?
This is an operation at this point.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. I don't want to be a part of this, Rico. Get me out of here.
I don't trust it. I feel like I'll go to Killeen and go missing or something. I don't know.
Facts.
That's just what I feel. Like, I don't feel like if I go to Killeen, I'm not coming back. So I'm not
cool.
in a good way.
Yeah, I'm cool on all that. But that really, I guess, ties into the next topic about perception.
Yeah.
So, because our perception is that, but people who live in Killeen are like, this is the best place ever. I only pay $5 for rent, and like, there's no food.
But that's literally the only thing that they have to say. Yes, that's the only thing that they brag about is how cheap the rent is. Yeah. And like, I will give it to them. Like, the places, some of the houses, depending on what they are, they're nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They are actually pretty nice. Yeah. But, you know, I've known some people that have stayed in some really shitty areas. And
that's most of it. Mm-hmm.
So,
75% clean.
The perception is like, I think it's the same for about a vast majority of us. Like, we've all seen how bad Killeen is. And
yeah, clean stuff. You know, Killeen is the most aired city on Catfish?
Is it?
It is.
I didn't even know Killeen was on. I used to love watching Catfish.
I love watching Catfish. I love Catfish, bro. Because how
do you sit there and let somebody trick you ain't seen for 7 goddamn years and then sent them all this money?
Talking about my camera's been broke for 7 years.
Like, what the hell?
You just uploaded a profile picture the other day.
You just sent them some money for a new camera, a new laptop, every damn thing, and they still ain't hit you. They still can't video chat you. Like, that's insane.
It's 2024. They got cameras on the library computers now.
At this point, I think they're making
I think so too.
They're either making it up, or these are really people like y'all are taking advantage of people with mental instability because there's no way y'all is really still getting. And some of them are actually attractive people, and I feel like the ones that are attractive are the ones that they're making up because I'm like, you just can't be. You can't be fine and this goddamn dumb. Shit.
Delusional.
Have I ever been catfished? Well, I thought the guy that I'm dating now, I thought he was a catfish. And so I ignored him. I'm so serious. I ignored him for like 2 months. So I think he started reaching out in like February. And I don't think I even gave him like an actual chance until like March or April. And it was only because I happened to be drunk and I was on 6th Street. And it's because the name that he has is the same name of this dude that I've been blocked. I've like had to block so many pages of his. So Jesus. I'm like, I thought, the guy was making another page. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, where did he find this picture from? Because normally it's his picture. So I'm like, where the fuck he find this picture from? Like, this man's not real. And so then I saw him, like I was hella drunk on 6th Street. And like, I wanted to go speak, but I was so drunk. Like, the whole club, I felt was spinning.
Everything was in slow motion?
Yeah, so you know how you have a thought and you feel like you're starting to make the moves to act out the thought, but you realize you've just been sitting there looking stupid as fuck the whole time instead?
Perception.
Yes, it was one of those. It was one of those moments. And then, like, when I finally snapped, I'm like, now he's gone. Like, walked out the club, everything. And so then I wrote him, I was like, hey, and I asked him, then I was like, well, send me a picture, like, of what you had on, like, if you have a picture. And so he sends me a picture, and I'm like, yeah, that was you. I saw you. I said, oh, so you're real. I said, well, now I know you're real. What's up? I'm like, now I know that you're real. What's up? I'm like, I'm gonna start responding to you now. And so now I respond, but I'm like, he's jokes, and he's like, I still can't believe you thought I was a catfish. I'm like, shit. Sometimes I still believe it. Shit. You are not you. You are not real.
No, I personally have never been catfished. Like, no. Technically, I think like.
Why do you say technically?
Because like it was like some MySpace shit. Like, so it wasn't catfish hadn't come out yet. So I don't think it was really catfishing.
Yeah,
but like,
I think it's still called catfishing. Even
she
though
definitely had some different pictures.
Wasn't out, it's still
she definitely had some different pictures. Just, like, her real life self wasn't bad. It just wasn't the picture. Met her at North Cross Mall.
So,
real
so she actually looked decent.
She wasn't.
So she didn't even need to catfish.
Yeah, she didn't. She wasn't ugly. She just wasn't herself on the internet.
I don't understand that when people are actually attractive and they catfish. It's just like, what is the point?
Yeah.
Like, are you scared? You don't want people.
Yeah,
to know what
people
really
be shy and nervous at 30 plus for some reason. I don't get it.
I mean, I'm that way. I can be very, but like not to a point of catfishing anyone. I don't think like I've never.
That's too much work to me.
I've never wanted to catfish anyone. I've never made a fake profile to communicate with anybody. Like, I've done like bullshit, like, to catch everyone's done that, like a fake number just to see if your dude's cheating on you know what I'm saying, or see if like if he would cheat, or like for my homegirls they'll like text him, like text this number, something like that. But I've never gone as far as creating a whole goddamn profile, creating a bio, taking someone's pictures. Never ever ever have I done that. Like, what do you get out of that? I would never even want to do no shit like that. That's too much work.
I used to get back in the day when like the girl would three-way her homegirl in and put her on mute and then catch you lying like a motherfucker.
Yes!
Like in real time, and then she'd be like, and then the friend like unmutes and says something like, and you just shut the fuck up. You're just like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? I just got jumped.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Oh, so you did. When I asked you, you said
if screen recording was like phone recordings was the thing then, it would have been a wrap for me. I would have been out of here.
I'm so glad that they didn't have that back then, because we would have been so caught up.
Would have been out of here.
I've had that happen a few times, but not me getting caught up, like where I was the one. I was always the one that they wanted to make the call. Like, why I can never just be the bystander, the one to observe? Why do I always got to be one of the actors, the actresses? Like, God damn it. So I was always the one that was making the call. So I was never the one that was like on the three-way getting caught up or.
I was getting caught up.
Or being like.
On my mama's phone.
Oh, so you the. Like I was never the one on mute.
On the house phone.
Yeah. I used to on the house phone.
On the house phone getting caught up.
Oh, that is the worst, especially when somebody be picking up the other line to
my
listen.
Mama. My mama.
They try to be quiet. But half the time they eating something while they try to be nosy. Like, and you know, the house phones didn't have no mute.
My mom, 1,000%.
Oh, shit.
Calvin, I told you to get off the phone. How long have you been here?
Right. How long have you been
said some nuts shit.
I heard a click earlier. Was that you?
I just said some nuts shit. And you okay with all the nuts shit? I'm like, when'd you get on this call?
For the tea. Maybe on it for the tea. Okay, so wait. So we were saying
perception.
Perception does others' perception of you bother you?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily say that people's perception bothers me. I just feel like more so of the narrative that they try to run with after they have their, you know, they make their determination. I think that's more so what would bother me. Like, how can I put it? So people might see, like, I never feel like what other people's opinions bother me because I don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. Like, either way, I'm still going to live my life. But I don't like when they make the perception and then they turn around and then they start trying to widespread the shit. Like, it's one thing to have your perception of me, but it's another thing to then go and try to manipulate other people's perception of me. I think that's more so where my issue would come. It's just more so trying to make other people's perception match yours. But I don't give a damn how anybody perceives me.
Yeah.
What about you? I know you don't give a damn.
Same. I don't give two fucks about Michelin Man, please. Like I don't give two fucks about people's opinion about me. But like it's exactly what you're saying, right? Like people try to persuade people into thinking what they feel about you.
Yes.
And that's not the case. And hopefully if you have good enough friends, they'll tell you that.
Yeah. Or they'll
shut it down in real time.
They'll tell you that and then they'll shut that shit down while they're trying to do it.
Yeah.
That's how that's supposed to go. But then some people, it depends on the situation. Because sometimes I like to see how far other people are going to go with trying to sway my perception of someone. So sometimes I might just let you ramble on because I want to know what type of person you really are. Like I like to observe and see like, okay, you're going through great lengths. Like I don't know this person. And the shit you said, you going real goddamn
it's nuts. I
like
think
I'm gonna have to warn everybody about you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people should have their own opinion about people, right? Like whatever you feel about me, I sometimes can understand why you feel that way, right?
Yeah.
But don't sit there and use your feelings of what our situation is and try to put that on people who maybe me and that person's situation won't be the same because they're two different people. Like y'all are two different people.
Like I'm not rubbing them in the way like how you feel that I'm rubbing you in the wrong way. Yeah, this person might think that I'm a fucking hoot and might think that the shit I'm saying hilarious where you're uncomfortable. Like, so it's just like, I don't really give a damn.
Yeah, facts.
Unless the money was involved. Then that, hey, money changes a lot of things. So if your perception, if having a bad perception of me is going to cost me hella money, I might feel some type of way. I think that's the only time, like, is when your perception of me is affecting my livelihood. Yeah. I think that's the only time that I would give a damn. Other than that, if it's like not paying my bills, money's not involved. If it's just you like an asshole, everyone got one, and you just giving your little opinion. Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, maybe when I was younger, I gave a fuck about my perception. I tried to do like I tried to like make things or try to like change people's perception of me, like trying to go out of my way and out of my norm to be like, no, I'm actually this. Like I don't know why why I come off as this or this, but I'm actually this, and I want you guys to think I'm this. Now it's like I don't really give a fuck because like at the end of the day, like you're gonna say whatever you want. You can be really positive in my face and you can be negative behind my back. Yeah. You can be whatever the fuck you want, right? So that ties into podcasting. Like I've slowed down because I'm tired of politicking. Like I just want to have a conversation with whomever I want to have a conversation with. It gets to a point now where like if I say no to somebody, they start spreading rumors that I'm just this asshole who don't want to work with them, and I think them I'm better than like people.
Oh,
and
they making you like how they do Nikki. You know, all Nikki gotta say is she don't want to work with nobody. She don't have a problem. You just not her cup of tea. And they got on her so bad, and now but it's crazy because they got on her so bad, and they were on her for like weeks, only to have to turn around and apologize to her because when everything got released. It was released that she was so nice when she said no to Latto about doing it. She was just like, you know, pretty much, which I just don't think it was more so. I think she was on a like, you don't deserve a feature with me just yet. Like you still have work to do type shit. She wasn't saying she'd never do it. She was just saying, you know, before you can work with me.
Some of these motherfuckers, it's a never. It's a hell no. It's not I'm better than you or less than or we're equal. It's like a never. Hell no.
You should have even asked to be on this pod.
Yeah, we not even like nah. It's always nuts people from like back in the day, like high school classmates or college classmates. I'm like, we didn't fuck with each other then. Why the fuck do you think we fuck with each other now?
They're trying to come and pick your brain.
Just because I'm the closest.
They can start them a pod. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's perfectly fine. If I fuck with you, like I don't.
Why? So, you know, it makes sense because why would I have someone at my, especially when you're shooting it at your place?
Yeah,
like, well,
if I don't fuck with you, why would I have?
I wouldn't want you at my. Yes, because you're not going to be popping up doing no weird ass crazy shit.
Yes, exactly. It fucking exactly. Like Again, it's not me thinking I'm better than anybody. That's not me.
Protect your space and your
gotta
energy.
Protect your space. Yeah. You also have to like understand that some people have like a alternative motive.
Yeah.
Like most of the people I've said I'm cool on are been people who really want to come on here and just bash somebody. Like they want this to be a part of the beef. Like they want to have a leg up on the beef. They want
it publicized. They want the beef recorded, publicized.
They want something they can clip up and then send to the person they don't fuck with, right? And I'm like, I'm anti that. Like this is not the platform for beef. There are platforms for beef for sure.
Yeah,
just not this one.
At least not real beef.
Yeah, not real beef.
Yeah, you know, little kitty beef, where it might be a little beef, but you could talk it out. But
yeah, figure it out.
Anybody got time for that other shit? I wouldn't have nobody at my house either. If I don't like you, you won't even know the apartment complex I'm in,
or the number,
or the side of town. You don't even know my zip code.
It's very hard for me to give people my actual apartment number.
I know it is because when I asked you, was like, "I'm gonna just come down. Give me the goddamn apartment number. I've been here enough times. I'm gonna see it anyway. I
don't give it out. Like I'll come down. I'll figure it out, and I'll take motherfuckers different ways to get them here too. I'll be like, we'll go to the right, left, down the stairs.
Oh
confuse the motherfucker.
I was like, that's why when you called me, I was like, you take it forever to respond. What's the guy?
My phone, I was not near my phone to be honest. My phone was on the charger. I was not near it.
I just remembered how like particular you are about your apartment number. So when I sent it and I was still waiting on the number, I'm like, he gonna make me wait till I walk up these goddamn stairs and be like, this is the one. I'm like, I got everything already pre-filled out on this damn thing. All I need is the apartment number and I can submit. And he said, I'm gonna come down. Give me this goddamn number. If you already trust me to pull up here and walk in this bitch, give me this damn number.
But the thing is, like, a lot, like, I'd say like 65% of the podcast guests throughout the years have been people I've met for the first time.
Well, that makes sense.
And like for the first time in person, because I always do a video chat with people. Like that's just off.
Yeah, let me get to know you first.
That's off rip. Like even if the video chat don't go well, like we're not doing this.
You're not coming to my place.
We're not doing this. You're giving me some weird vibes. But no. Perception is really not as key as people made it seem growing up.
Yeah, when they say perception is key, I think that is. I think a lot of the phrases that they have. Like,
back in the day,
they're no
bullshit.
longer valid. Yes, like they're really no longer
paying
valid.
all the bills. Like what? What?
You said what?
Huh?
You said doing what?
Paying all the bills. I'm just playing.
I will say I'm not against if a man wanted to pay all my bills. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those people that are like, you got to pay my bills. Like if we're messing around with each other, you have to pay my bills. Even if we live together, you got to pay all the bills. Like I think that is it's nice that people have that. I would love to have it. I wouldn't complain. But I would never expect a man to come in and take over all of my responsibilities that were mine before I met him. Responsibilities that I'll have to handle whether I got a partner or not. I think that is ridiculous. Again, I mean, if we're doing something, I'm gonna expect you to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Something. You need to, if you're not paying a bill, then you need to be able to, you know, put a tire on my goddamn car if it's flat. Something, you know, fix my sink, you know. Like, I need you to be able to be useful if we're dealing. But I don't expect anyone to pay a bill or, you know, do stuff like that. But I do expect you to be handy. And if you ain't handy, then you do need to be paying a bill. And I think that is completely logical. If you can't fix something around this motherfucker, and all you can do is hunch on me, you need to pay something.
I've always been of the notion, like, if I'm going to live with somebody, like, and this is going to tie into something else that I just saw, and I was like, this would be a great topic, so I didn't send it to you. But like, it was basically asking the question of you and your partner, not married, should move in with each other.
Well, being someone that has experience having a partner where we were not married and living together for about 10 years, because like the first 3, I mean, we're teenagers. I mean, our first apartment was like 20, but still, like, we were teenagers for the first 3 years of being together. But have had that experience, I think that people definitely should live their separate lives. I really do think that people should have their own, like, I don't even think that it has to even be something where you're going to get married, because some people are great without being married, you know, and after so many years, they want to live together. So I don't even really I think people aren't even taking marriage so as seriously as they should. Everyone's just dry ass getting married. Half of them, they're going to go get married within 3 months. You know, they're annulling the shit because y'all didn't even have no business getting married in the first goddamn place. Like, shit like that. So I don't even think it's a thing of waiting until marriage, but I do think it is very important for the first few years of being with someone and getting to know them. Absolutely be in your own place. Like, it's okay to go spend a night, you know, at each other's spots, a couple days out the week, stuff like that. But full-blown living, nah, baby, that got to be some years. And I feel like even then, after years, like, I still be feeling like it might be a little too soon. But again, you don't really know who you're dealing with until you actually live with them for the most part. You don't know 100%. Just because, you know, now you're with them every single day, all day. So now you're starting to see a lot of the stuff that you didn't really get to see when you're living apart and just spending the night. So but I do think it should be some years. I don't think some of these people, y'all get to dealing with each other a couple weeks. Next thing you know, motherfucker already got a bag and more stuff starting to get piled up. Next thing you know, y'all living together. They don't let their apartment go. They ain't tell you nothing. That's how it's been going these days. Like, y'all end up in a relationship and don't even have the conversation like we're together. It's just one day y'all wake up and y'all together and living together. Like, what do you think?
No, absolutely. I've been caught up in that before in my life. Never again.
Where you just wake up one day and y'all together.
And we're just, why are you here every day, bitch? Don't you got a home? Don't I got somewhere to drop you off at? Like, god damn.
Nowhere to be.
But no, the bills thing for me, like, this has always been my philosophy. Like, I will handle the rent, lights, cable. Just make sure the refrigerator's stocked. That is your only job.
That's a good. That is
your only job. I don't want to have to go to a store. Like, you handle the fridge is your shit. The fridge is your rent. You make sure the fridge is filled with everything I like and everything you like. So when I wake up in the morning and I want to go grab me a fucking coffee or something, it's in there.
Okay,
that's it.
That's smart. That's very logical. I feel like that's literally asking the bare minimum. Like, if I'm going to be paying all these bills, yes, I do expect you to cook.
I'll cook. I'll still cook.
I just need the fridge.
I just need the refrigerator to be stocked.
Fridge. I want all 3 of them.
If
I was a man, I want, you ain't like, I guess you'll cook, you know, sometimes. We both gonna be cooking in this bitch. But I do expect if I'm gonna be paying all the bills, you need to be cleaning. And yes, the fridge needs to be stocked. Like, absolutely.
And not with my money either. Like, not my money stock the fridge. They don't use my money.
Their money, yeah. Still fair. Still fair, because you're still not paying rent. You're still not paying nothing. All you doing is paying for some damn groceries. Shit, what? A man wouldn't have to say, that's all. Make a list. What I need to go get you.
Because in the end result, that would help me save money as well. Like if you were handling the fucking refrigerator budget, $250 a week, like whatever, like that would help me save money.
Yeah.
Right. So I it's not 50-50. Like if I live with a woman, if she wants to do 50-50, cool. But like for me, I already pay rent. Like I already live alone. It already
has to be paid.
Yeah, I already live alone. I already have to pay for electricity. What can you do or what can you bring if you're going to move in with me or if we move in together that I don't currently have? And that's 1,000% just filling the fridge. That's it.
That's legit. They have to be able to add. They have to be able to add for sure. And a lot of people, they move in with each other, but the person that's like moving in doesn't benefit in any way except for sexually. And I just feel like, and sometimes, you know, I can understand where there can be that mental stimulation too, and you know, because you have that connection. But it's just like the world people need to realize the world it doesn't just operate off of love. And that phrase, me and my best friend, we were just talking where, you know, that phrase back in the day when shit was so cheap, saying money doesn't make the world go round, that made total sense back in the day. But now, these days and age, money does make the world go around. Money can buy happiness. Money does buy happiness. Like, people need to understand, like, these phrases
are outdated.
Outdated for our generation. Totally. I will say the last 2 generations outdated.
If me mom and grandma had the access that y'all have, they would have never become your grandma.
Man, say what? I tell you, I kid you not. I don't even.
They would be a whole different person. Back in the day, you kind of had to stay with Willie Earl. Willie Earl got the job done. Willie Earl worked. Yeah. Willie Earl could afford the little mortgage. Willie Earl can fix a car. Yeah, you kind of had to do that. Yeah. There wasn't all these avenues to get shit done.
Mm-hmm. Now you got task rabbit. You got all kinds of
facts. Why would I touch it? Why would I touch this or that?
I had this dude. So the dude before the one I'm dating now, right?
Not the dude before the one you're dating.
I used to be like, I need this fix, you know, and he'll be like, well, I don't know how to do it, but I could pay somebody to do it.
Absolutely.
That's me.
That's me. I don't want to fix shit.
That shit irritated me.
She fucks the cars way more than I do.
I back
the fuck away from a car. I don't know what the fuck this thing does. I just know how to drive it. I don't know what the fuck's up in this motherfucker. You sure?
Oh, fuck. It was her confirmation. I do.
Yeah, she fuck with cars. We just had an issue. I was like, what do you need me to do? What you need me to do? You need my flashlight? You need my flashlight? You need my flashlight? I got my flashlight. Do you? She under the hood, over here pouring shit in the motor or whatever she pouring. I'm just like, you need my light?
I'm so mad I wasn't there to record that shit. Because I would have been talking shit about your ass. Why you laughing hard as hell? I would have been talking shit about,
Nope, you got it. You got it.
No, because so when I was, and the reason why I'm like, I don't know. So I grew up, my stepdad, he was a mechanic. Mm-hmm. So I grew up watching him, you know, take apart a motorcycle, put it back together like he never took it apart. You know, I grew up watching him take engines out, you know, stuff like that. So I just grew up watching a man be a man.
We can't say that that's being a man.
No, I'm not as far. It goes further than that. He fixed things around the house. You know what I'm saying? I can do that.
I can screw some screws.
Yeah, shit like that. So I guess it was a turn off. I'm glad you got the money to go get this fixed. But like at the end of the day, like, what if it was something where I needed you, the man, to, you know, be able to, this is something really important. I need this fixed. You know, I'm stuck on the side of the road, or, you know, something like that.
We call a tow truck.
I need my man. I want to be able to call and be like, yeah, my man came in, baby, what? He put that tire back on it, or my car stopped, something, the spark plugs or whatever, one of them was loose, and my man went under there and boom, he tightened that motherfucker, and guess what? It started right the fuck down. Something like that. Like, I don't want to be like, yeah, he couldn't do it, but he called somebody to. Like, I don't. Just saying that.
I got my flashlight, yo.
It makes me cringe. Like, he couldn't fix it, but he found somebody that could.
Yeah, I got my flashlight. Yeah, call those people. I got my flashlight, yo. If you need some light in this dark,
look.
if it's dark in there, I got a fucking flashlight.
As long as you can cook and fix something around the house, I guess that do something. But this generation, I kid you not, I'm like, they ain't grow up knowing how to do shit. Like,
but like the thing for me, like I can give my example. Like my dad didn't do none of the shit. He would, like, if his car was broke, he would buy another car.
Yeah, because he had the money to do it.
Yeah,
that's different.
But that's what I grew up seeing. So that's how I approach it.
I feel okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
If it's broken,
when you grow up privileged, that's different.
I'm not privileged, yo. I'm mid-privileged.
What you just described was hella privileged. There was nothing unprivileged about what you just described. Like, if the car broke down, he just got a new one. Like, that don't sound like middle privilege. Oh, so me and you saying the same thing. Yeah, because the fact that he just said that's not, like, what? That's privileged as fuck, actually. I don't know nobody that's not privileged that'll be like, yeah, it broke down, let me go get another one.
But, like, the cars weren't the best cars, so they broke down.
I get it. That's still privileged. I mean,
I acknowledge my privilege. I acknowledge my black Southern suburb privilege. I admit it. Yes, I had certain privileges that my peers did not.
Yeah, so you didn't have to, learn the nitty gritty with a lot of things.
Correct.
Yeah. I like the men that
that had to go through the trenches.
Got it out the mud. Yeah, I like them. The kind of little hood ones.
Gotcha.
I don't want them suburbians.
Yeah.
Suburbians. What would you call them?
I don't know.
I don't think you would call it suburban because that's a car.
I'm from Pflugerville. So
suburban. I think it's suburban. I think that's right.
Is that a car?
No, suburban. That's what I said. Wait, it's not suburban. I know it's suburbs. I'm like, it's not suburban. That's a car.
I'm from the suburbs.
So I'm gonna say it's suburbs. You know what? Fuck it. When y'all watch this and comment, let us know if you come up with what it's supposed to be.
I think everything is a perception, right? Like your perception of your father was this, my perception of my father was that, but we'll never really know what they were dealing with. Like, they'll never tell us.
Right. I mean, even as an adult, they'll never tell us. I be trying to be nosy because I'm gonna be all in my business. Like,
facts. Why are parents always in our fucking business?
You ain't go through this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why I'm repeating the cycle. Thank you. Shit.
And that's why I wanted to bring up Thanksgiving early, like at the start of the pod, because it's just like our parents are getting old as shit.
Hell yeah.
We're getting old as shit.
Got me out here cooking and shit. Don't ask. My mama said, y'all gonna be cooking this Thanksgiving too. Don't think you finna get out of it. I said, well, damn. I was over there the night before. I helped.
I absolutely refuse to cook Thanksgiving dinner or do anything involved with that.
Honestly,
I know the recipes. I know recipes. Like, I've picked my mom's brain. Like, I know the recipes. I personally refuse to do it because I think that's my mom's shit. I think she likes doing it. Like, I really personally think my mom loves making Thanksgiving dinner for whoever is going to be at the house, whether it's an uncle or aunt. It's always someone different. Ain't nobody. It's never the same.
People like to get compliments on their food. Mm-hmm. They like when they hear everybody saying it's good.
I really tried to stop my aunt from asking me questions about food. My mom was, she really did not like that shit, and I know she did because, like, my aunt was like, "You're still in the kitchen?" I was like, "Yeah," and I showed her a couple of pictures of some dishes I made. She was complimenting the shit out of me, and my mom was right there, and I was like, "I know my mom wants her to shut the fuck up and talk about the Thanksgiving food." I tried to stop it like multiple times. Like, all right, that's it. You know, we're hungry. Like, let's. And she kept asking me to make random dishes. She's like, "Is there some shrimp back there?" I'm like, "This is Thanksgiving. Let's focus on the Thanksgiving food." Right? I know what I can do.
You don't do no shrimp for no Thanksgiving.
I know what I can do, but compliment my mom. Like,
it was I can already.
My mom ain't looking at no pictures. My mom was like, you know what? Look at my nieces.
She was dry as fuck. I can't wait.
She was like, look at my nieces.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
I know my mom, and she was not liking
black
shit.
People are hilarious.
She was not Robin. She was not liking that shit.
I feel like that is a black and Mexican thing. I really do. I feel like black and Mexicans, we got that bad. Like we, the moment and we want to hear the compliments and talk about our food, and we don't. Dry. You don't even get this. You're not even saying no words anymore. Just everything's a sound. Oh.
Mom even started getting salacious. She would start giving some tea to get my aunt out of the food mode.
Not some tea.
I was like, I know what's happening right now. I know exactly. You saw it in real time. I knew exactly what was happening.
It was going to be catty and petty.
I tried to sway the conversation. It just didn't go that way.
Oh my gosh. You know, people are really specific. No, my best friend, she'd be like, Thanksgiving, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. She's like, I'm not finna eat that pilgrim food. And I laugh so hard every time. I'm like, baby, we don't even do traditional Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. We, like, not even for Christmas, we just adopted a tradition a few years ago. We do gumbo. Mm-hmm. So we eat gumbo.
I saw somebody, they do Italian food only on Thanksgiving. Like, that's their shit. They're black, too. But that's their shit. Like they've decided to do Italian food.
We do it like a potluck. So we have a whole bunch of different stuff. So like we don't really have like we'll have dressing or stuffing or whatever the fuck. I don't eat that shit.
Stuffing and dressing are two different things because if it's not stuffed in something, it's dressing.
Yeah, I don't like.
People are confused about it. They'll be like, "Oh, that's stuffing." No, you stuff things.
Yeah, it tastes the same to me. I don't know, but I don't like it. I think that shit's disgusting. Ever since a kid. If I try to swallow it, I literally, like, I'll start gagging. My mom will, they used to think that I was bullshitting when I was a kid. But no, even as an adult, like, my mom will tell people, don't give her that. Like, my throat literally, it does, like, it's not even like an allergic reaction. I don't know if that happens with y'all. Like, if your body don't like something, it literally, if you try to swallow it, it'll close your throat up and be like, hell, bitch, you better spit that shit out. Like, that's what... Do your
people use sage? Because I know a lot of people have that same like reaction with sage, like the spice sage.
I cook with sage. I just made beef tips and put sage in my beef tips. Gotcha. Well, it was an accident. Because I thought I was putting nutmeg. I lied. I thought I was putting sage and I put thyme. I think that's what it was.
Two different colors.
Yeah, but I couldn't really see. So I was just grabbing shit. Yeah, and I think I accidentally put thyme. But I did add sage, too. But it tasted really good. I was surprised. So I like sage, but no, it's just something else. Like,
I know a person who really like they can detect. They're not allergic to it by any means, but like they can detect sage in meals. Like sage is in a lot of meals. People don't really think about or talk about it, but it's in a lot of meals. And the second they eat it, they're like, nope, I don't even want the meal.
Yep, that's how I am. Like if I'd be like, and like I tried a seafood one, it was actually pretty good. Is it a texture thing for you? No, I just hate the way it tastes. It is just, and it doesn't matter who makes it. I've had it made by 5-6 people throughout my life. I just can't do it. Like it doesn't matter. And somebody made a seafood one. I tried it. It was cool, but like I didn't even finish it. I took a bite or two, and I actually was able to swallow this. But my body still kind of was like, "You pushing it, girl. Like we gonna let you swallow it, but don't eat the shit again." Like that's kind of how my body was like, "Don't eat the shit again." So. I can't do, I don't know how people eat that shit.
I was kind of like that with
it's an acquired taste.
I was kind of like that with Brussels sprouts. I think they remixed the fuck out of Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts did not taste as good back in the early 90s and early 2000s.
You're telling the truth. They gave like
they did something different.
How you think of peas? That's what when you think of peas, it's kind of what you would think when you thought of Brussels sprouts. Like
my parents used to like cook Brussels sprouts, and I would be like, fuck that. Like, no, this is not good. Now Brussels sprouts is fire. They remixed the shit out of that
as a kid, actually, but I also didn't like mushrooms, and now I'll fuck some mushrooms up.
They remixed. This is not the same vegetables we grew up with.
It's not.
They remixed them.
They're
some powder in them.
That was a little cross pollination. They over here playing this shit next to each other.
They did some. They remixed the shit out of these vegetables.
Having sex. That's what I was saying. That's what they do with when they be trying to call weed. Like, be like, hey, this is exotic. Like, please, y'all over here playing this shit next to each other and letting them cross pollinate and letting them mix. That's literally all y'all doing, and then growing it in a hydroponic system. That's all y'all doing. That's how y'all making new ones. Y'all not in no lab. You know what I'm saying? Mixing no damn chemicals and shit to get this shit. Like, that's the part that blows my mind when people be talking about. I'm like, they're literally doing is. That's how they're getting new strains. Mm-hmm. They're planting them close to ones that they want them to cross pollinate.
The plants is fucking,
and that's it. Boom! Now you got gushers. That is all that's happening, and I feel like that's all that they're doing with the plants. Well, I feel like they are.
There are
doing
like there are chemists. There are chemists who are doing things with vegetables for sure.
Yeah, because they're definitely
corn is one of them. Corn pisses me off.
Is it pink pineapple? Right? Is there a pink pineapple? I think it's
Maybe.
a pink pineapple.
There's pink everything.
There's a pink pineapple. There's pink kiwi apparently. It's another one, but I'm like, I didn't even know they did all this shit. Like, I'm used to the regular colors. Give me a green kiwi. Gold. Like, y'all doing too much. Like, let's just stick to the basics. But I will say that yellow watermelon, oh my God.
I've never had it. I've seen it. I think my dad brought one home from Luling. I think he bought one off the fucking side of the street in Luling.
Smart. He a smart man. I know that's right. No, I kid you not. Tastes better than regular. Really? Like, I don't know what they did to it.
You really flipped and reversed the chemicals.
But they fucked the city up with that one. They done fucked the city because it just shouldn't be that good.
Says no one who's ever heard of yellow wall.
It's so juicy. It's real good.
I think my dad. I think I'd have to ask him if I remember, but like I think at some point in time he was in Luling and he bought some off a side.
Yeah, it's real good.
That was his shit.
I ain't tried them other ones though. Them other little different color fruits. If it ain't the regular ones, I'd be a little scared because what did y'all do to this?
How much work they have the heart shaped watermelons where they put it in the case like a heart shaped case and let it grow into the case, and then the watermelons are like heart shaped.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just doing shit because that's it's not even that serious. Like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Can you look it up?
A heart-shaped watermelon, like
yeah,
they're
doing that with like fruits. Like they're like they have like these plastic containers and they like screw them together, and then the plant grows into the container and it just molds into the whatever the container is.
Well, that makes sense because they say that that's kind of like the same thing with like any kind of sea animals, like sea creatures, like sharks, for instance. I've eaten shark before. If you have a shark and you put it in a small tank, it's going to adapt to that environment. And so in a sense, it's just going to stay big enough or small enough to fit in that tank. So I guess it makes sense, but that just the thought of that, it just makes me nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like a little pendant.
Yeah. They put like the whatever the vine is like in the like tip of it, and then it just grows into that. Like
that's interesting.
Shape or whatever, but they've been doing it with like different fruits and shit.
That's cool though. It's kind of cool, I guess.
Once HEB gets a hold of that tool, oh, it's nuts for Valentine's Day is over. Heart shape.
It's gonna be a goddamn wrap
because they already do the fucking heart shaped steaks, heart shaped steak and mashed potatoes with a heart shaped watermelon.
They do that. They do heart shaped steak. Shaped steaks.
They'll cut steaks into heart shapes. And all you gotta do is and it's like in those tin little foil things you put in the microwave. Not microwave, excuse me. Don't do that. Don't put tin foil in microwave. And they put it in the oven. But it's like a heart shaped steak. I don't know how it turns out, but it looks like it starts as a heart. You've seen those? Yeah.
That's crazy because I'd be pissed. That whole shrink.
For real. That shit become a broken heart just in the middle. Now you over here like, man, you want one half? I thought we were doing this together.
Right, that shit would happen. Just give me the whole goddamn steak. Because don't shape it, don't do nothing.
Don't touch it.
No, for real. One part of y'all shriveled up like hell. No. That would piss me off. Now I think about it. No, goddamn heart-shaped steak.
And they've made things so easy for people to express. Well, let me ask you this. Should I ask or should I say what I was going to say? No, I'll say what I say. They make it so easy to be marketable relationship-wise in these restaurants, in these stores and things like that, that maybe the allure has left. Now you got to do some out of this world nut shit to show some kind of romantic kind of thing. Because now you literally can go get a heart shaped steak at HEB and some flowers. That looks like effort. Yeah. Is that effort?
Not really, but I mean, yeah. I mean,
to someone who's never experienced effort, is that effort? And is that why some people nowadays are going out of their way to I don't know what the word is, to fall in love? Is it a little easier than it was back in the day? The simple things that were probably simple then, but a little more harder to do back in the day.
Yeah, I get
a little easier now. And is it just becoming easier, and that's why certain relationships and things aren't working because the effort isn't there? I did this, I did that.
Saying. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, because back then it was I wouldn't say a job, but it was a task.
You have to go out of your way to do things.
Yeah, and I think people appreciated it because they knew, you don't have you really didn't have the time to do this, but you liked me enough that you went to this florist and you picked out looked at these flowers, you did this. It's, now you, like you said, you go to HEB. The shit's already bundled, and half of them people don't even be looking at them flowers. Them flowers be beat the fuck up and warped, and they don't even pay attention to that. They just pick up, $10. Let me get the cheap one. They do shit like that, and that's so. It's yes, a thought that counts, but I'm gonna feel some type of way, because it's the thought that counts, but you literally put no thought or effort in this. You just knew HEB was gonna have it. It was a quick run, a quick stop. It's around the corner from your house. It was the last minute thing. Back then, shit like that was planned. You had to plan it with the florist. You had to call them a day or two out or early in the morning to get it. Now, they got them flowers out all goddamn day and them steaks and shit out all goddamn day. Y'all over here picking shit that's been sitting and people done picked over. So yeah, no, I would feel, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. They made it so much easier. So I don't think things are working out because people aren't having to go through so many lengths to show that they have feelings for you. Now they going in HEB and picking flowers out for 5 people.
Yeah, so that's my thought. As far as relationships go, what is the effort now? What does a person have to do to get your attention in a relationship now? Even if they did, let's compare the two. Let's say a dude in his 30s and the 90s, and then or also in the early 2000s or now. What if we do the exact same thing, all 3 versions? The effort now, it just looks different.
Yeah, it does.
What do you have to what do you expect for people to do now?
It's now, honestly, because they've done all of this stuff. Now it's more simple for us, And I don't think a lot of people are getting that now. Now for us women, it's literally the simple things. So we like flowers, and at this point, it's just like, you know, they've made everything so over the top. It does make those that are not materialistic appreciate the little things. So, like, say what we were just discussing, that I feel like when you're used to someone doing the over the top things, like the heart-shaped steaks and all of that extra shit, like when you're used to people doing stuff like that, like I feel like, I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. I feel like when you're used to stuff like that happening, the little things count more than over the top. And I feel like for the people that aren't used to that, that is why, like you said, it's easier to go get this heart-shaped steak and boom, they feel like it's just the most magical thing you've done. But people that are used to being treated well, we don't mind, you know. For us, it's like we consider that the little things, if that makes sense. Like, you know, going to H-E-B, picking up, we don't want no heart-shaped steak. I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't want anybody that's used to stuff like that. We don't want no prepackaged nothing. Like, I want to be able to go, the steak is it's 3 steaks in that pack. I want to cook the 3 steaks, you know. I don't want you to put my meal, prep my meal type stuff like that. So I just feel like it's more so like the little things like that kind of like the flowers. I think that's, we don't care where you get the flowers from. I think the steak thing is probably the part that's like really throwing me off. We don't care where you get the flowers from, but to go and get me a pre-made meal, that I feel like.
You know what's funny? I think that's a thing now. Like I put that on HEB, and I didn't mean to, but I think I think Texas Roadhouse does the same shit. I think they got a
pre-prep meal prep?
Not like and also with HEB, like the steak isn't cooked or anything like that. It's just in the shape of a heart. I think that Texas Roadhouse does the same shit.
Like heart-shaped steak.
Yeah.
And I think that's just so corny. That is so fucking corny. I don't know. I'm so, like.
But if she loves steak, though, that's her. You won.
Yeah. I'm just as long as, for me, flowers. That is literally like the thing for me.
But what if you can't take care of the flowers?
I mean,
what if they
that's
die?
why you don't go get the real expensive ones. If someone likes flowers but they can't take care of them, then that person, because they can't take care of them, then they should be okay with you going to H-E-B and getting $10 flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like flowers, but you're not going to take care of it. You think I'm going to spend $50 and you're going to let it die? You're not even going to take care of it? That's insane to me. I take care of my flowers. So, yes, I do expect somebody. I like sunflowers, and sunflowers are expensive. So, I do expect someone to go get me some sunflowers because I'm going to take care of them. And that's going to mean more to me than food. I will say. It doesn't matter where the food is from.
It does matter.
No matter where the food is from. I like flowers. I like the little things, you know. Just going to picnic. Stuff like that. I think people are so caught up in what the world views as
I wouldn't
acceptable.
even say the world. I think it's just like us.
More so the U.S. I would say the U.S. for sure.
I think it's just like it's us. Like we don't really. Well, I'll say this. My response to anybody who ever just is in that, like, I suck at relationships. I've been in bad relationships all the time. Like, did you like anyone of those people? Like, really, really? Or did they even like you?
Yeah.
Like, I think
and you start to have to deep dig, and when you start like the whole thing, I feel like if a man knows you like flowers and they don't give you flowers the whole time y'all are together, you're gonna feel some type of resentment towards that person, and you're gonna carry that, and they're gonna say what you just said. I don't do good at relationships. I suck at relationships. Like, y'all could have liked each other if you'd have told this person you like flowers, and this person that told you they like flowers, and you ain't never took them flowers, or if they've never given you flowers, y'all don't like each other as much. I feel like when in relationships, when people can't do the little things and they keep trying to go over the little things that matter and do this big extravagant thing because they're trying to do this image for the world, or we're going to say for the U.S., because other countries don't do the shit like other countries, they don't view it the way that we view it. Like I've realized that when I've spoken to other people, they literally say like Americans are so materialistic. It's all about show for America. And I'm like, you know what? It really is, because a lot of the times they do this big extravagant thing, but when you actually talk to the woman or you talk to the man after that all that shit, they'll be like, I would have been just cool with a home cooked meal and you in my presence type shit. Like, we didn't need to do a balloon release and goddamn big ass decorated hotel room and rose petal. Like, I just think that in America we are more so, we don't even give a damn about the romance of it anymore, is what it seems like. It's more so of back to perception. We're more so about how we're going to be perceived if we do this, if we do it this big, if we get this gift, if we show this off. How is everyone going to look at us? Are people going to be like, ooh, I want someone like you. I want to be in a relationship with you. Like, I feel like that's more of what it is. It's more so of trying to get other people's opinions to be a positive one or one you like of you, more than it is about being in a relationship and actually liking the person and caring for their opinion. Like, people are caring more about everyone else's opinions instead of who they're actually with.
Absolutely. Like, that's the truth, unfortunately. I don't think it's just a U.S. thing. I think it's they
just put it out in the U.S. more.
Yeah. It's more commercialized, like all that stuff. Like, I think it's just a matter of not. And I saw this is what I'm saying is a meme. It's not my words, but it's my words because I saw the meme and I 100% agree with it. It was basically saying like 90% of people like what doesn't like them.
I agree. I have to agree.
Like, you put yourself through so much shit for a type that would never like you.
Yep.
Instead of going for someone who actually would do everything you're asking for.
Because they're not your type.
Because they're not your type.
Yeah.
Right? Like.
Guilty. I'm guilty. Yeah, I feel attacked. I feel really attacked.
And I get it because like people, but like people's response to that is like, you should be able to find exactly what you want. Nah,
in a perfect world,
yes, in a perfect world, in the imperfect world, absolutely. But that's not the case.
Realistically, yeah,
you can be lucky and luck up to something, but like, let's say 8 times out of 10, that's just not the case.
Yeah.
That's just unfortunately not the case. What you're attracted to, now I won't even say attracted, just like what you like as far as personality, mentality isn't always going to find its way to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or if it does, it may not like really you back in the way that you like it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, I think that is a lot, like when it comes to relationships, I think that's a lot of everyone's problems is that, one of the things I noticed is that people pursue people that they're not ready for.
Yeah.
And I guess those two kind of go along the same lines. Like
they do.
They pursue people that they're not ready for, and then after some time, you realize like, dang, I'm not ready for you. But then again, you're also not my type.
Yeah.
Like you're perfect for who I should be with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not who I want to be. Like, you're not who I decide I want to treat you right. I want to give you the flowers. I want to take you out to eat, pay for your haircuts. I want to travel with you. Some people, no matter how good you click with them, they're just not meant to be in a relationship. They're just meant to, that little moment, your time. Enjoy your time while it's your time. Like, that's a lot of the times, that's what you want. The people that you want are usually the type of people that you have to enjoy your time while it's their time, and who you're meant to be with is someone you would never ever go for.
Right, like opposites attract. Yeah, like that's a phrase that actually holds value. I think for the rest of their lives, I think opposites attract.
But we just have a hard time giving the opposite the opportunity
to attract.
I struggle. I will say most of the men that are attracted to me, I'm not attracted to. However, they're very good men. I would never take that away from them. Like a good amount of the men that I don't give the opportunities to, I ignore, they're actually really good men. They're men that will give me what I desire. They're men that would pay my bills, no problem. They're men that would change my tire if I wanted a new car, shit like that. I'm just not a gold digger. Therefore, shit like that, where other people would run to it, Like, shit, I don't give a damn if you ain't my type. Let me go ahead and sacrifice it. I can't do that shit. Like, I need to be attracted to you. Like, it has to be something. Like, I can't just be using somebody and be like, yeah, this one pays the bills. This one do, like, I ain't got it in me to be doing all of that. So I'll be realizing, though, like, I gave someone that was the opposite a chance one time, and he ended up being one of the greatest guys I'd ever dealt with. But, like, I just felt like I kept trying to force myself to, because he was such a great guy, I knew I only wanted to just be friends, but because he was so great, I kept trying to find a way to get those feelings that he had for me, for him. And I couldn't.
Yeah.
So, you know, I finally just had to be like, hey, you know, this ain't gonna work. You're a great guy. Like, don't ever let anyone tell you you're not, because great. You're wonderful. You're just not my type. Like, I'm not physically attracted to you. I love your personality, but the physical attraction was killing it so bad. Like, I just, again, I kept trying to make it work. I just could not find it in me to be attracted to him, to want to keep making it work. I'm like, I'm going to cheat on you. And I don't want to do that because you're so great. I'm going to cheat on you with somebody I want to look at, you know? So we ended up we're friends now.
Not after this
day. But yeah, I think I'm the problem. I'm part of the problem. Oh my God. I don't want to say I'm not shallow. I
think people like what they like, right? Like that's not, the word shallow is I don't know if that phrase is also outdated, because like, you like what you like. Like, what your eye is attracted to is what your eyes are attracted to.
It's not my fault.
It's not.
Literally nothing I can do.
It's not. It's just whoever you are is whoever you are, and whatever you like, you like. Like, it's okay. You should never have to force it. But in the next 10 years, you bitches are going to have to force it.
Yes, because I'm agreeing. Next 10 years, a couple of us gonna have to force it. Men and women, we gonna be having to force it on both ends. Facts. For real. Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like this last generation that came, you know, they barely slid with the attractiveness and shit like that. And shit, our generation already wasn't doing enough of, you know, with the old. So I just know the next one coming up, maybe y'all gonna be in shambles. We good, you know, because we got our generation, and I as much as we don't agree, we would prefer this generation than the one that came after us.
I'm glad I'm glad I was born in 1992, because y'all are nuts.
I am glad we was in the 90s, because anything in them 2000s, baby, I'm scared for y'all. I am terrified.
I remember this one time, and this chick was like 25. I think I was like 27, 28 at the time, and she like, I was like, "What is your type of personality?" She said, "Check out my Instagram for my personality." And I was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" You can't
describe yourself? Like, what the fuck?
What are we doing, Doc?
Oh my gosh.
Check my Instagram for my personality.
I ain't never heard that one. Or someone.
What you mean? You can't just say you're funny?
Yeah, but now these days too, when they ask, so people be like, "What's your type?" And I has like, before I used to be able to give a description, like boom, 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 boom. Now I'm like, I don't got no type. If I like you, then I like you. If I like your personality, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times the personality makes them physically attractive. Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people understand that, which is why
niggas who make bitches laugh is winning.
Yeah,
always.
A lot of people try to convince you, like, hey, give this person a chance, like, get to know them first, because you never know. You might get to know their personality out of nowhere, because their personality is so good. That person might start looking extremely attractive. And I've had this happen to me before. I have had it happen. Still deal with this person from, you know, time to time or whatever. But like, yeah, well, before I start dating the guy I'm dating now, because I have to clear that up. But yeah, I would still deal with him. But like, you know, growing up, I did not think he was attractive. I just was like, absolutely not. Like, I would never date him. Like, no, nothing would ever happen. Like, what the fuck? And here I am, you know, grown ass woman, had dealt with that man for years and everything. Like, yeah, personality does a lot, personality does a lot for looks as well, and I don't think a lot of people know that. So I do try to, even if people aren't my type, I still try to talk to them and get to know them, just because I've had situations where I was not attracted to people, and then their personality made me be like, you know what, you actually might.
It's a no for me, big dog. If you are not attracted to me, I have zero interest. If you're not attracted,
like there's no getting to know you.
Like I don't.
Fuck it.
We can get to know each other as friends for like eternity, but we'll never. We'll never be a thing. If I'm not attracted to you, like I'm cool. Like there's mad attractive bitches and women out there. Sorry, I didn't mean bitches on that one, but women. Like there's mad attractive women. Like it's okay. If I'm attracted to you, then it's on. If I'm not, we can dap it up, my guy. Like we're cool.
Or don't you hate when you tell people that they're not your type and then they're like, well, what is your type? Me telling you my type ain't gonna change nothing.
That's a really good tie into why I wanted to ask the question about perception.
Sorry, y'all.
That like people attack me on the internet all the time. Like that's their shit, right? They get that off right. But it's always women who are in my DMs first already.
Yeah.
Like it's always women I was just cool on that want to come in on these comments and just write random crazy shit. Right, and I love it sometimes, but like when it gets too disrespectful, I be really wanting to screenshot these shits and just put it out there. I just want to just put it there and just leave it and just let it rock. But because I have morals and because my DM is a safe space, anyone in my DMs will never be exposed. Even though if you're a random woman on my comments, like going super hard attacking me, I get it. I understand. This is your moment. This is your fame. This is where you feel good about talking about me in comments. This is where you get off. And you see other women doing the same thing, but they're also in my DMs too. So, figure it out.
And I figure it out.
It's okay. But one fucking day, I'm going to write a book and I'm going to expose all of y'all.
Ooh.
And I'm putting names on it.
And no, y'all can't get paid. No, y'all will not get paid. Okay? Y'all don't have no proof that he talking about y'all.
Shout out to Ash. Someone hit my line about something I said on episode like 5 or something like that. That I said something, but like I didn't say her name in the pod. So she gauged that I was talking about her. So shout out to her. I said I would shout her out, and I'm gonna tag you in this too. Ash, shout out to you. I said I was going to do it, and if I said something that was not the truth, I apologize. But again, like I told you, I lie on this podcast. So
shout out to Ash.
Shout out to Ash. The last and final thing I got to talk about. I know you're a Kendrick fan, right?
Yes.
I'm a Drake, Charlamagne the God, and Andrew Schultz fan.
But
right?
I'm also a Drake fan too. So it's not like
you didn't sound like that. You didn't sound like that before this broadcast.
No, I am.
You didn't sound like that. Be honest.
I am a Drake fan. I love Drake. I will listen to Drake. But all I said was before this podcast was that at the end of the day, if a side had to be picked, if I had to pick that short nigga,
got you.
I'm going to pick
the shortest of the two.
One.
Yeah, okay.
That's from
he's not conscious of his height, because if he was conscious of his height, he would like rap about it.
That's from California, like me.
But he would like rap about his height. He'd be like, "I'm 5'7" with shoes," you know, like he would say that. But anyways,
hey, we ain't finna get on that height.
Size 7 men's, but you a big step. Never mind. Anyways, my only message is, you can come for Drake. You can come for Charlamagne. You can't come for Andrew Schultz, my guy. Like, sorry, Kendrick, you short ass nigga. That's all I gotta say. That was it. That was the peace. That's peace. Peace. It's peace. It's peace. Well, as long as I don't gotta check in when I go to LA.
When you from Compton, when you from California, you come for whoever you want to come for. Okay? Everybody a target. Period. Even the Canadians.
Yeah, the Canadians is up right now.
They don't even like us. But that's a topic for another day.
I fuck with Canadians.
They don't. You might fuck with Canadians. Canadians don't fuck. They don't like black people.
Black Canadians? I like white Canadians, because the white folks in America don't like us either.
Yeah, but from my understanding, Canadians in general don't
that can't be the truth.
I've heard this from people that have visited Canada. I've heard this from
visitors. Yeah, I don't like people who visit Austin.
I've heard this from people that visited Canada. I've heard this from Canadians. They don't something about black us they really just don't like. I don't know.
They be in like the other providences. They be in like fucking Obotoba, whatever the fuck it is. But they don't be in Toronto. Toronto is is a spot.
Wherever they be, they don't like us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, I don't know. But Canada seem to have it going on with what they got. Like, they don't have to pay for health insurance and shit. We need to be on that wagon. What's going on?
I can talk about that. It'll be lengthy, but like they have free healthcare, but to see a doctor can take months.
I mean, I get it.
And they also have, and I don't want to touch.
But we pay all of this money out of so much money out of our checks, and half of us don't even go to a goddamn doctor. That's
true. But we have the ability to go to one in a reasonable amount of time.
True.
In Canada, the wait list is the wait list, and they also, I don't know the acronym, but in Canada they do have assisted death. Like if you personally feel that you don't want to live anymore, you can go to the doctor and they can recommend that you get out of there for non-critical anything. If you have mental health issues, you just don't want to be on this earth no more, they will go ahead. They will go ahead and assist you.
They need to doctor. They need to be giving people the option for that here, because it's crazy. Because you can sit there and you can go ask somebody, "Hey, I don't want to live no more. Like, I need you to take me out." Mm-hmm. They're gonna try to take that motherfucker to jail. Mm-hmm. It's proof you solicited this person to kill you. You paid them. You wanted this to happen. Mm-hmm. In America, you still finna go get your ass taken to jail. Mm-hmm. And I think that's insane. I think it's so insane, a lot of the stuff in America. Like, I feel like
America is a fucked up country, but we still are a first.
We shouldn't have to pay nobody.
Though.
I shouldn't have to pay if my auntie died. If she signed a release and she don't want to be buried, nothing, I need to be able to burn her in this backyard or wherever the hell I need to burn her.
Whoa.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
not
why
the Annie in the backyard? We shouldn't have to. I just we talking about Thanksgiving and turkeys.
But I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you agree though? We should be able to, if somebody died, we should be able to dispose of our family member the way we want to dispose of our family member.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think Aunt Gracie should be in the backyard.
No, I'm just saying, like, for instance, so saying they don't want to be buried, they don't, like, why should I have to go pay $4,000 or $5,000 or whatever for anything when she's dead, she doesn't want to be buried? Let me cremate this hoe. Like, why I gotta come pay y'all?
I think because you have to have a license.
That's crazy. I don't have to have a license. I don't need no license. I don't need a license for a bonfire. I don't need no license for no bonfire.
Like go to a facility.
Yeah, like you do it yourself.
Size, height, weight. Let's weigh her like some Chinese food.
I want to pull the lever. I want to press the button.
Third party cremation is nuts. I don't
think anything's wrong with it.
Third party cremation is nuts.
If I want to put them on a goddamn raft and sell their ass down a river, I need to be able to do that.
I don't think that's crazy. I just don't agree with it because like people in like places where there's oceans, they'd be like, lay my ashes to rest, and they just like let the shit go in the air, just be taking the ashes away, splash someone in the face,
and they just sat there and paid them people to do that. Mm-hmm. That is what,
just for the ashes, like
yes, that would piss me off. Or why would I sit here and pay $4,000 to put your dead body in a fucking box under the ground? And
then the caskets would be some monies. Like the actual casket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think that's ridiculous. And it's the fact that I just think it's ridiculous that there's no option to be able to. I just feel like we should at least have the option to be able to dispose how we see fit. What if this person was very spiritual in the way that they want their body to be? They don't want people embalming them and touching their body. They don't want nothing, no one outside of family. You know, stuff like that. I just feel like there should just be an option to where you can allow your family to dispose of your body either in the way that
I think there is options. I think that there's money involved though. Like I think if you have enough money.
I think that's ridiculous. Yeah. I feel like once y'all shouldn't be able to profit off no dead body. Like once someone's dead, I really just don't think that companies should be able to continue to profit.
Listen, we pay for bottled water. It was here when we got here.
Well, I don't know. Some of they filter some of it so I can kind of see.
No. There's water here that's drinkable on this planet without any kind of manufacturer or anything like that.
Too. It's crazy. The fact that we gotta pay for the fact that we pay for any damn thing,
and no one owns the earth. No one owns U.S. No one owns the earth, that's and we paying for land.
That's why a lot of us like. Why haven't we petitioned some of this shit? Yes. We could be up.
No one cares. I'm telling you, it's. People care, but it's like a scenario
not
where
enough.
like it's not a super huge issue that people like care about. Because let's say you fight for that. What if that's your fight? Like you fight for that every fucking day. You still got to pay rent and buy bottled water and bury your loved ones. Like you still got to do all that while fighting. So why fight? I'm just gonna do it.
Just let it be. But it's like let it.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. It's not just the U.S. It's the world. The world is weird. Like the things that should be free aren't, and the things that are free shouldn't be. Like you can freely snatch up somebody. You can freely fight.
Yeah.
You can freely do things.
That is crazy.
And they gotta investigate it. But like we paying for bottled water and just to exist every fucking day.
I ain't investigating that.
Yeah. Investigate the fucking water companies, yo.
Investigate why the hell we in survival mode.
Why Sam's water is cheaper than HEB water?
No, seriously, that is a good thing because like you get 40 packs for only like $4.
$3 and some change. Like HEB 1.5 and some change. I just had this talk with you in the store, and I don't want to buy HEB water no more.
Yeah, I just stocked up. I bought 40 packs of water from Sam's. I did.
I'll be doing 5.
I would have, but I ordered so much shit it wasn't gonna fit. And honestly, it was already hard enough carrying them. Man,
imagine carrying the motherfuckers up here.
And that's why I'm on the first floor. You'll never catch me on. You ain't gonna never. The only time I'm gonna be having to walk up some stairs is if I'm in a townhouse or some shit like that. But like, I will never ever accept an apartment being on the 3rd floor again. Like,
I did this for the pod, so I sacrificed for you guys for the pod because the previous place I lived, I was on the 2nd floor. You can just hear shit up there all the time. So shout out to y'all because I did this for you.
Did this for the views.
Because it's quiet. Like it gets a lot quieter. It's a lot easier to record up here, and yeah, they still in Packard.
Maybe if there was like an elevator, but if ain't no like some places have elevators, and I think this is so stupid. Some places have fucking elevators, but like the way that the elevators are set up are weird. They're
in the wrong like they're like down the hall type shit.
Yeah, I'm like
it's like a distance to get there, and it'd probably be easier just to go down the stairs.
Yeah,
the stairs is closer than the elevator.
There was some apartments, and I went, and I was just like, "What's the point of the elevators?" Like,
there's a apartment complex in like Round Rock that I went to. There's an elevator, but like let's say this is a whole hallway, but longer. The elevator was all the way over here, but the stairs were in the middle. So like. And then the elevator waited for people as I went down. So, like, you essentially could walk down the stairs quicker than the elevator got to the bottom of the floor.
Yeah, see, hell no. That just doesn't.
But I understand if you have a lot of shit, like, you need to bring it up. But, like, you're still going to be waiting for the elevator to drop. Because there's only one. So, you're going to end up standing in the elevator with people who also have other shit. And look.
Oh, now I remember. So there was outside parking, but there was also like a garage. So the elevator
was for the garage.
So the shit didn't even take you inside the fucking complex.
I know a place in Round Rock that has that same shit.
Parking garage, and I'm like,
doesn't your friend live in that place?
They could have done without that.
That's across the street from that gas station. Like they have elevators in their thing, right?
Yeah, it's like there's outside parking, and then you can go take the elevator, but the elevator doesn't take you into the complex.
Parking is like adjacent to the complex.
It just takes you into a parking garage.
Yeah, right. Like they have, but it's like an outside garage. But like the elevator takes you down, but it takes you down to ground floor, and you still got to walk to the apartment complex.
Yes, that's how. And that shit pissed me off. I said, what was the point? Like, why wouldn't you have elevators to take you into a hallway? Yes, like why wouldn't you have to take you into a hallway of the apartments? Like, why the fuck would I want to take an elevator to a fucking parking garage? Like, be fucking for real. And I'd have parked out here.
And now you got to walk all the way down to the walk or wherever the apartment complex is, and your car is over here. You still got to walk back.
Yeah, that was so dumb. I'm like, but the apartments were nice. So I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Whoever came up with this design, y'all just was like, fuck it. We just need to do some elevators. Like it wasn't and then I went to one where it took you to the breezeway, but the outside part of the breezeway, but you still had to walk
across
stairs.
Oh.
Like, so the breezeway dropped you off at stairs. Like, what? It just, and you couldn't go any higher. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what? They're just making dumb shit these days. At this point, just give the elevator, and it needs to have multiple options. Just like how the elevator. I don't even know
if I trust elevators in apartment complexes. They don't do shit else right.
Too many. Watching Slasher and shit like that. That's enough for me to be okay with not having elevators. Like,
like they don't even like do maintenance on like regular stairs.
I'm not finna get in this bitch and you come with your briefcase and stop it. Next thing I know, now you finna put the emergency button on this bitch and finna dissect me in this house. No. I don't watch so many movies. I really like I don't like those apartments where there's elevators that do like lead to the hall. I don't like, after watching Slasher. Yeah,
is that
I don't like
series
apartments like, yes, and it is a very, very. I will say season 3 fucks you up in the mental. It's a season that really fucks you up mentally.
Is that like a branch off of something, or is it just its own thing? Because I think I've heard of it.
I think it is. I think it's a branch off of something. I don't want to say American Horror Story, but I feel like it kind of gives the same vibes. Of American Horror Story. Yeah. So, but like, there's just one season that really, What is it on? Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Okay.
So I believe it should still be on Netflix. But yeah, the series is called Slasher. It's just the one that you'll want to really probably avoid because it just like Is
each season different people?
No, it's all the same. So
people?
It does like American Horror Story.
Gotcha.
So it keeps the same people, but it just changes
the
scenarios. Yeah, but it's like all the same killer type shit. So like how American Horror, a lot of them is like all the same killer for the most part. It's like that, but it's like the season that I'm saying is just because some of the stuff is just really traumatizing. Like I still to this day it traumatizes you like that one movie, or was it a movie or show? The Johnsons something. You know what I'm talking about? That real weird one where he like rapes his dad or some shit like that.
I heard of that. I never watched that.
So the season that I'm talking about is like
when the son fucks his dad or some shit. Yeah, I heard about it.
I
was never interested. I never went to go see it after knowing that.
Yeah, there was no incest to it, like what I'm talking about, but it like something cringy along those lines happens, and it's more so that one specific episode you really just need to skip. It's like not even the season. It's just one specific episode that is so traumatizing. I would definitely tell people don't watch that one. Like watch all the seasons, watch all the episodes, but just that one specific one where the guy gets raped, don't watch that one. You just get really like my mind is still fucked up, and it's been like 3 years I think since Slasher came out.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. It's just, it was too graphic for me. Like they, normally they kind of try to hide certain shit. Hell to the no. They did not spare anything with this TV show. So yeah. But it is really good. I do recommend it. Slasher is a really good binge. I think it's like 3 seasons, so it's good to binge. But yeah, I think y'all should watch it. Y'all would like it. Just, I think when you read the descriptions for each episode, you'll know which one I'm saying don't watch.
Does it say like fuck, rape, ass in it? Like
I don't think it's gonna say all of that. I do think I don't think it's, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna tell you exactly which episode not to watch. I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna tell you what episode not to fucking watch, because oh my gosh,
All right, yeah.
It's a good show though.
If it said booty rape in the description, I'm probably not gonna.
I don't think it says any of that. If we know Netflix, Netflix ain't finna say that. They're gonna say something that's gonna be like all enticing, that's gonna draw you into watching, and then fucking traumatize you.
The one time this man lost his butt.
And he took it.
The butt was taken.
Kidnapped booty. Hijacked.
I'm sure
booty.
that's a Tubi movie for sure.
Hijacked booty.
Yep. Erica Banks in that motherfucker for real.
What's that girl? What's her name? Kiva. You know what her name? It's like so. Do you know what I'm talking about? Her name is like Kiva something. She's one of like the main Tubi female stars. She's super pretty. And yeah, she's like one of the main Tubi stars, and her name is Kiva. I'm trying to remember what movie.
The only movie I fuck with on Tubi was that nigga told her, "Don't talk to me in what was it, uppercase letters." What was that movie? That said, "Don't talk to me in uppercase letters." I was like, "Oh shit! I need that in my bag. I need that."
In uppercase letters. Is that his way? Said I'll be yelling at me.
Yeah, I think so. Remember the abusive dude?
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah, cool.
I think he said talking lowercase letters when you're talking to me or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Said some with letters. Don't talk to me in lowercase letters. He said some shit.
Oh my god. Because what the I would have laughed too.
Another
what
funny
you
phrase.
mean?
Another funny phrase. Well, was that movie on Tubi? Or was that a Netflix movie that we watched? It wasn't me. It was the herpes talking.
What? Is that what he said?
No, it was a separate movie. But like, there was this movie we were watching. It was like, I don't know if it was an indie movie or something like that. I don't know what site it was on, but like they're in the woods running from a killer, and like I think he said something about her cheating on him or something. I don't know what the scenario was, but her response was, "It wasn't me. It was the herpes talking." I think it was like a decision she made, like to go right or left or something like that. And then they went right, and he was like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "It wasn't me. It was the herpes talking."
Oh my god!
Real life, they left that in the movie. Nothing sexual. They weren't in the middle of sex or none. She just said that shit.
That's Tubi for you. That is Tubi for you. They're so random.
I know. I remember there was this meme that was like, "Damn, I think I was in a Tubi movie. This nigga had his phone out." And I was walking to the store. I think I got put in a Tubi movie because they saying they record Tubi movies with phones and iPhones. And
right now, just imagine you watching Tubi and you see yourself at the gas station or something like
pumping gas. Like, how are you doing?
I didn't even realize I was making a movie. It does make sense because it's either phones or low quality cameras.
Kodak.
And whoever doing that little edit,
whoever developed that shit, do that shit at CBS.
It looks some kid shit. Like some kids, they were, what is it? What they call it? Like film. What's the little class? Documentaries.
Yeah.
Like they have like a elective specifically for like
videography.
Videos. Yeah. And that's what it's given. It's given that these it's like like they call it like the media club or
they got
something like that.
They got whoever they could afford to film this shit. Hey, we got
like
a movie.
Stitch this shit together.
This is the premise. We got the same 5 houses for 19 movies. We're gonna do sister, step, sister twice. We're gonna do sister, step, sister 4, and then we're gonna do sister, step, sister 18. All right, film all of them today.
Right. They
film all those movies today.
So I've been paying attention to movies more, like, because now, like, when you find out, like, oh, they don't shoot, a lot of these, it'd be one scene, but they done shot that shit like 20 days apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching one show, and like he has gloves on because he's a police officer. So he's like looking under the bed. He has
nigga had no gloves on. Next scene,
man, look.
Them gloves
so
was
while
gone.
he's standing, before he goes under the bed, he has the gloves on. When you see his hand going, because it shows like the view from under the bed. You see his hand go under, no glove. Come back up.
What was that shit
from
with
under the bed? He got the gloves on. I said,
what was that shit with the Tubi movie? Like the nigga had a braid piece in one scene, and then he doesn't have braids. He had a whole different setup on his head. Same movie, like same scene, but like they split the scene. He had braids in one scene and regular fade. Marcus?
Yes. That is
Marcus?
his brother.
Allegedly.
Okay, because I was like, wait, not you. That is his brother. They brothers. I think
Marcus is big in Tubi. That's his shit.
Really?
Yeah, that's his shit.
Because lately, you know, I've been seeing him a lot on. I know he's been doing a lot of. Before he was doing a lot of Netflix, and so a lot of his stuff were like holiday Netflix movies.
No, he in his bag in Tubi. That's his shit. Like all them shits be like produced by Marcus Houston. Mm-hmm. What's the other chick? What's the girl?
That's crazy because
who's the light skinned girl?
Erica Mena.
Yeah, and Erica Mena. She be in all of them.
I
shits.
actually have been seeing her in a lot of them. But I was gonna say, crap, I went blank. Another oh yeah, all his movies give what is that movie that he had and it was him? I think he directed that one too, and it was him and Omarion.
Hidden Cab, some shit. Don't I know what you're talking about. I have the DVD. We watched that movie. It's two of them. Remember,
yes, they get like kidnapped.
Yeah, they're in the woods in the cabin.
Yes, those are the vibes that it gives.
That's the same shit that Tubi gives now.
Yeah, that's the vibes that the movies give. Yeah, but it's been him the whole time.
I know the movie she's talking about because I have the DVD. I have the first one. I have the actual DVD.
Is it Somebody Help?
Something like that.
Right. Like
and all they play is their
Somebody
music.
Help Me.
All they do is play their music.
Yeah. And it's a part 1 and a part 2. And it's so damn ghetto.
Yeah. The cuts are crazy. Like the killer is like in the cabin next. Like they're in the woods.
I think at one point the killer had their ass in cages.
Yeah. That's the movie. Yeah. I have that movie on DVD currently.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think it's called Somebody Help Me or Help Us or something.
I'm gonna find that movie. We're gonna find that movie for sure. It's somewhere.
Yes,
I have that movie.
That movie is so
I legit
ghetto.
have that movie.
I couldn't believe that they did. I said, now they was cool and You Got Served, but I think they should have left their acting at You Got Served. They should have pursued nothing else after that. Well, no, I'm gonna give it Marcus Houston. Omarion, don't need to. He's good at doing. He can do voiceovers, like how he did the voiceover on Proud Family for Old Dude. But that's all. Like I don't want to see you live action and shit. Marcus Houston, he's actually a decent actor, depending on what role they give him. Like all his Christmas movies on Netflix were actually really good. I'll give him that.
They didn't give him free reign in those movies. He had a script to follow.
They need to stick to their script.
These movies that he be in, that just be him, this nigga just be freestyling shit. This nigga has no script. Hey, cameras on, guys. Do it. All right.
Just improv. Do what comes to mind. That's exactly what the fuck they do. Just whatever comes to mind, whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah.
Ooh, but did you see? I'm so glad that the Wayans they're about to taking over the franchise for Scary Movie.
Okay. I don't know if they even own that though. Like I don't think that's theirs.
So from my understanding, it was, and I think it was. They got bought out or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think they sold it. I think like it was filmed through a certain production company that owns it, and that's how they got funding enough to get certain actors in it. And like,
yeah, but it went downhill after like when they didn't have any more creative.
Like after 3.
Yeah, they were bad, but now they're back.
I want to see it. I'm down for it if they do another. If they do Scary Movie 6 or Scary Movie 7, whatever they're on now, like I'm down for it because like if you really think about it, like the first 3, they had some really. Jada was in it. Mm-hmm. Was it Epps? What's his name? Omar Epps was in it.
Yeah, they had a lot of people.
They had like actual like really decent actors in it like early. So
yeah, actually in the first 3 they actually had very very seasoned Charlie Sheen. Like they had actually really seasoned actors and actresses in it. I
want to see if they can get back to that.
But it just seems like when they were no longer part of it. It just seemed like it was some Tubi shit.
It's a name.
Yeah, it just seemed like they started doing some Tubi shit. Like it was just like, oh, okay, cameras on, roll. Yeah. Like after they were no longer part of the creative, it just went downhill. So now I'm really glad that they're back part of it. I can't wait till they come out with something because I need y'all. I need y'all back on the screen making us laugh because whatever they was doing with the shit before, dry.
For sure.
Or maybe they kept it. Or maybe it was until 4. I think they stopped. I
think it's 5. They did Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, one of them is when they stopped. Yeah, you're right. I think it might have been 5. Which the one with Snoop Dogg and Shaq, I think, is the last one. that they.
I think that was the third one. No, because I remember the opening to the third one.
The third one is with Kevin Hart and Anthony Anderson.
I think Shaq's in that one because I think it opens up with him missing a free throw with like a brick or something. I think Shaq is the start of the third one. I think the third one was the last one that was like actual fire. I think Shaq is in the third one.
Shaq is in whichever one is the one for Saw. So you might be right. The beginning is Saw.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I think you're right. The beginning.
I think it's the third one.
No, it's the fourth. It's the fourth one.
Shit,
the reason,
I don't
because
know.
in the third, no, the reason why I know is because in the fourth one is when they thought Brenda was dead because she died in the third one.
Not you know these movies.
I do. So they thought. So the third one, it had Kevin Hart, Anthony Anderson, and it had Queen Latifah, and that's when it was like
the Oracle.
It was doing like
the Matrix.
Yeah, it was like doing like the Ring type shit. So in the fourth one is the one where they start off doing Saw, and that's the one that. The fourth one, that's the one that Shaq is in, and I think is the one that does, because that's the one that also does War of the Worlds.
With Charlie.
Yeah, so, the fourth one is that one, because that's after, I guess the other shit happened. So, So, you're right, I think the fifth is the one with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I think the fifth is the last one.
So, I think that's like the last time people actually was just like...
Yeah.
Because I think they came out with more after that. No one just...
I don't think they did more. I think that there's other franchises that came out with it because I remember there was they came out with variation, not them, but like other places started making movies like that,
and it was bad,
and they're all bad.
They're very bad. like
they tried to copy the success.
Yeah, and it didn't. Yeah, it did not go over well. So it's like y'all needed to bring them back in because the shit has been a shit show.
We got to figure out what food is. What time is it? It's 10?
Oh, shit.
Word?
Time to go get drunk.
We got to find some food. It's 10 right now? Like 10:09?
Yeah, it's 10 on the dot.
Jesus Christ. Wendy's? P. Terry's?
Ew.
You don't like P. Terry's?
Hell no. P. Terry's is disgusting.
What do you get?
The only thing that I even eat from P. Terry's, if I do, is I'll eat a cookie and some fries. Them burgers are gross. Like,
I haven't had
that shit tastes. It's so salty. Ugh.
That's probably my problem. I haven't eaten a burger, like an actual like beef burger there in a long time. I always do chicken.
Yeah, maybe I should have did chicken because beef.
I do a grilled chicken with lettuce wrap or whatever.
It's 10 o'clock. I don't know what would be open at this time.
Everything, right, Robin?
Do y'all like? Have y'all tried 54th Street?
Yes.
They have they have their happy hour right now.
Word.
Until close. It's 9 until close. I think they're open until like 12 or something like that.
Might be out of our way. That's far. Remember 51st Street in Stonehill? I went to the first one I went to was in San Antonio. It's a chain.
Yeah, apparently they have one that's south too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went to and I didn't know I went to it. I forgot I went to it until we went to it, and then like my little Facebook check-ins was like, "You was here in 2015." I was like, "Word? Okay."
Damn, not 2015. Not damn near 2 years. Who's shit?
In San Antonio, that's why I forgot about. It was like it was like adjacent to like the Riverwalk or something like that. And ended up going. It was open late, but yeah, we got to figure out food. Was there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I got to figure out food too. I'm hungry. The person hitting you up now talking about some you ready. Yeah, I'm ready to eat.
What was this? 123? 122?
I think you said
22?
123.
22? 23?
You said 123.
What did I say?
Why you keep repeating the numbers?
Then what is this?
You said 123.
Is this 123? All right. We think this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 123. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you guys for listening. Goodbye. Bye.